wouldn't waste your water, would you? You wouldn't waste your wealth, would you? You wouldn't waste your food, would you? You wouldn't waste your future, would you? Doing nothing about neonatal death is waste. Waste of life. Waste of a future. You wouldn't waste, would you? Most neonatal death is preventable. To do nothing about it is to waste the most precious gift of all, life. We can and do make a difference. Infant mortality in Saudi Arabia wastes 5% of new humans each year. Abbvie Neonatology team is continuously striving for saving Saudi infants' lives. Their ultimate objective was to speak for the speechless, the preemies. In Saudi Arabia, prematurity was not a priority for the Ministry of Health, despite recent WHO efforts to highlight the significant health burden of this condition. The whole team worked to ensure the optimum disease advocacy amongst stakeholders. Different projects were driven forward, such as Genes, Protect Me Mom, Enhance and Payor initiatives, with identified KPIs to measure success. Under the patronage of Princess Oraib Al Saud, the Saudi Prematurity Awareness Campaign Protect Me Mom was launched. The team worked hard to form a coalition of different stakeholders to join forces and push for better prematurity care. Princess Oraib Al Saud, the daughter of the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Abdullah, the WHO local office in Saudi Arabia, Saudi Neonatology Society and other NGOs advocated for better standards of neonatal care. The awareness campaign was established as a truly public educational platform for prematurity, being owned and driven by the Princess and supported by strategic partners such as McDonald's and Newboy. As a result, the Minister of Health assigned the National Neonatology Board to set Saudi neonatal healthcare standards. Saudi KOLs were invited to visit Japan's state-of-the-art NICUs. They showed interest to learn about the Japanese experience, in which RSV prophylaxis is an essential element. They returned advocating RSV prevention in late preemies, sharing this with their peers and supporting Synagis use in late preterms with payors and policymakers. Patient adherence has been a consistent challenge for Synagis business, with underlying low parental awareness. Variation in adherence levels was mainly attributed to difference in nurses' communication skills. The team identified the need for communication skills training for nurses, in which parental education is in the scope. Around 250 nurses attended the first wave of training. Prevnar is approved for use in Saudi. The team worked collaboratively with Global HEOR to create local health economic module comparing Synagis with Prevnar. The results showed that Synagis was more cost-effective than Prevnar. This was shared with the payors on several scientific platforms to highlight RSV disease burden and Synagis cost-effectiveness. As a result of all of this, guidelines were established in Ministry of Health hospitals advocating Synagis use in late preemies. Synagis business in Saudi exceeded plan by 30%, adding almost $5 million in sales. The patient base increased by 25% and established RSV prophylaxis programs as benchmark standard of care in the neonatology field in Saudi Arabia through identifying the best practice for patient care, which in turn improved patient adherence.